Okay, hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. Now this one is very important and you really have to pay attention because after the last drop down to 7.7k, I told you that I will focus more on the obvious things in the chart, and this way I found something that you need to know to get prepared for a major drop that is likely. Now, this is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index for Bitcoin on TradingView. The good thing about this chart is that I can go back to 2010 and see what happened there with more details. And yeah, so what I found is this. As you can see, it looks like a bigger drop, and then Bitcoin moves sideways, and then this first leg up, and then making this big move, and then coming all the way down to this first leg up, very close to it, and then moving away again, the next time again coming close to it, and then very fast movement on the same day, very high, moving very high again. But what is important is it came all the way down to this first leg up. Now when we go to the fourth wave of that bull market and see what happened with the next first wave after this bear market, then we can see some similarities that are really important. So what you can see is this is the fourth wave. After that we have this bear market, and then we come down and find the bottom at that time. So inside of this channel, as you can see, and then what is important is where does it begin? It's at this point where we have this big drop. So we come down, we move a kind of sideways, we come down to this channel line, and then as soon as we break it, we have this major drop down, coming back up, finding resistance, moving down again. So we have this other channel line that is our support level, and makes sense when you go back. So as you can see, this is playing a role, for example. But now after this point, Bitcoin moves all the way up and then starts this big first wave. And what happens then again is very important. It comes all the way down to this point where we had this bigger drop, this big drop down to the bottom. All right, as you can see, it comes down to this point 2 times, and this point is very close to this point where we had our drop. So this is very important. When we move to the fourth wave of the second bull market, what you can see is this. So this is the fourth wave. After that, we are inside of the bear market, and then again we have this point where we come down and find the bottom, this big drop down. I hope you can see it. So this big drop down, this right here, coming all the way up, finding resistance, going down, coming back again, resistance, moving inside of this channel where we have our drop. Again, we can make it above, so we come down, and then the next time we have this big first wave. And now what is important again, as you can see, Bitcoin comes all the way down to this point where the last drop started. So we have this bearish movement after the fourth wave. We're coming down, we're moving sideways, finding support on this channel line, but then as soon as we break it, we come down very fast, very hard, and then we can make it above it, and then we have this first wave very close to the next halving. So this is very important, and we come down back again to test this level. All right, again the same level like we've seen with the other first waves. Now if we move forward, we reach the current wave, and this is the fourth wave of our last bear market. And as you can see, once again, Bitcoin coming all the way down, starting to move sideways, finds support on this line. Maybe we can do it a little bit higher like this. So this is on you how you make it. But as you can see, so we have this major drop down and we find our bottom, and then start to come up and we find resistance on this line right here. Again, we go down, we come up, we can make it above it, and then we start this big wave. And yeah, and now what is important, we came all the way down to this line, but this line is not that one that I showed you with the other waves. So the other waves came all down to this level right here where we had our major drop. So let's do it like this. All right, so they all came down to this level and tested it and then moved up again. So now, is it likely that we come down to this zone, and maybe even to this zone, because this one is also important. So we can make it above it, and the first wave starts as soon as we cross this line here. And as you can see, this is at $4,200 or $300 on this chart and on the futures chart as well. And now, is it likely to come down to this level or to this level? Yes. At the moment, it looks like this, because as you can see, although we had this major drop, Bitcoin isn't really moving right now back to these levels, what I expected. And in the last hours, it looks like if we have not enough momentum, not enough strength to do this move. I mean, you all know that at the moment we are below the 200 moving average. This is a bearish sign, and well, we tried to move above it, but we couldn't. So this is a major indicator for me. If Bitcoin is able to move above this 200 daily, which is at approximately $8,470, and find support on it, then I say, all right, this drop could be over and we might see a move up to the previous resistance levels. And so if we say we have this resistance line right there, so for example, it could be possible to come up to this line, which matches with the 50 moving average. So this would be around $9,800, or we come to something like this right here, and this is around $9,700, or to something like this. So we have many options. I think if we move up, $9,100 makes a lot of sense to get rejected, and these levels as well. So this is difficult to say, but at the moment I say $9,100 is likely if we can find support on the 200 moving average. But we can't, and this is really, if we take out the Fibonacci retracement tool and go from the bottom all the way up, what you can see, oh, seems like Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin is dropping right now, 8,000. Oh man, yeah, it's going down. What you can see is we have the 50 Fibonacci level right here, and we can't make it above. We can't make it above. This green line right there, we can't make it above. We're finding resistance. So it could happen that Bitcoin comes down, goes to the 61, and this is at $7,200. Maybe it finds support there, maybe, but it is also likely that if we can't hold this level, if we don't find support, we come all the way down, guys, to $6,000. And let me take this one away. That we come all the way down to $6,000, because there we have this big drop, as you can see. So this would make sense, $6,000. Something else that is also possible is to go all the way down to $4,200 if you're really bearish. I can't tell you what will happen. I can only tell you what you have to focus on, because like I said, important is that we move above the 200 EMA again. As long as we're below this one, the drop is very likely. If we can make it above it, we might see a nice move up to previous resistance or resistance levels. And but if that won't happen, guys, we could come down again to this level where we found support the last time. So this is at $7,750 approximately. And I think the next time we come down, guys, I don't think that we will find support on it. I think that we will go all the way down. Maybe if we take a look on the left side, so this is important, and just take a look at what happened at that time. As you can see, this level right there, this is important. All right. So something that could happen is to come down to $6,700. If this is not enough support, we're going down to $6,000. If this is not enough support all the way down, I think you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, you have to know this. At the moment, honestly, this is a no trade zone for me. I'm not doing anything. I will sell everything because I don't know what will happen. And sometimes, let's say, we always say, don't get greedy. I won't make this mistake this time. I will sell the most of my portfolio and wait for a clear sign, because this looks like, if something could happen, looks like this, but we don't know, guys. We don't know this. And it's okay for me to lose a little bit money if it moves up above this 200 EMA. And when it moves down, well, good for me. I can buy cheap, so it's all good for me. But now you know what's going on, and you know what is possible, so prepare yourself. And yeah, I'm sorry that I again showed you something that is that doesn't match with my previous analysis, but like I said, I have to focus on the obvious things in the chart, and I did. And yeah, so this is what I found. So just want to let you know. So I think this is very important, this zone right here, and at the moment I think it's more likely to go down and yeah, test previous support and resistance levels. So this is something that I think at the moment, but like I said, we have to watch out for what happens in the next hours and days. But be prepared, guys. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day. We see us soon.